What is up, everyone? This is me, Prasanna Balakrishnan, back again for a huge L CSK took against KKR in the opening game of IPL 2022. We got toned over like a dosa, roasted like a barbecue chicken. We got swatted like a mosquito. Every single things you can say about that performance because that was what KKR did. Credit goes to massive credit to KKR, massive credit to Shreyas Iyer, the way he set up his team, and they completely dominated us from start to finish. I get that. We'll get to the review in a minute, but before I go into this any further, I'd like all of you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell notification to get notifications whenever I upload videos like this or go live. I did a preview earlier with the KKR fan friend of mine, which I'll post here. You can definitely have a look at that, and also about MS Dhoni as well in the previous video, whose link I leave in the description. I'm just around 360 subscribers now. With all your help, we can definitely get to 500, at least 500 at least to when we get towards the end of the IPL. But where do I start with today? There were some positives, some slight positives in the middle, but apart from that, KKR totally dominated from start to finish. Let's go have a look at our team. We did have Moin Ali out and Deepak Chahar. Deepak Chahar obviously has an injury, but he's now bowling back at the nets, which is a good thing to see. Hopefully, he can be back very soon. And Moin Ali, he had visa issues, so he could not travel back on time. He is now in Mumbai. He's quarantining and he should be ready for the next game when we play on the 31st against the Lucknow Super Giants. But still, this was the team we went with. Devon Conway got a start. Shivam Dube got a start. Adam Milne, Tushant Deshpande, and Mitch Sandner got a game. Other players you would rather pretty much expect playing around with the team. And Kolkata Knight Riders as well. They had players out. They had Patrick Cummings out. They had Tim Southee out. They had even Aaron Finch out. But even they had a strong team. You look at the top order, Ajinkya Rahane and Venkatesh Iyer. They opened. Nitin Sharma came one down. Shreyas Iyer, Russell, Narayan. Sheldon Jackson got a game. He was outstanding. I'll come to him in a bit. And obviously the three Indians, two fast bowlers in Shivam Mavi, Umesh Yadav, and the mystery spinner in Varun Chakravarti. Now, where do I start with our batting? You are thinking, okay, the first ball was a no ball by Umesh Yadav, and you were thinking, hey, what's happening here? What a great start to the tournament already. Resulting free hit. We didn't make much use of, and the ball was moving around. Give Umesh Yadav credit for that. He was swinging the ball early on, and Ruturaj Gaikwad, he was struggling big time. At the end, he got a nick, and that was a very good catch by Nitish Rana. He starts slow as he did last year, and even as he did in 2020, he started pretty slow, but towards the end, he picked up the pace, which I expect him to do probably in 2 or 3 more games' time. Devon Conway, he also looked all over the place. The batsman who kind of looked comfortable at the start was Robin Uthappa. He played very well. He got a good start, but then he fell to a wide ball, and that was absolutely fantastic stumping by Sheldon Jackson. Sheldon Jackson had a terrific game behind the stumps. He was people have been calling out for him to play because of his domestic records. He has not got a call up for such a long time, and there were even questions of his position, whether Sam Billings could wicket keep. But if Sam Billings was keeping today, I don't think he would have made the impact that Sheldon Jackson he had behind the stumps. He was reading every spinner. The way CSK batsman, we couldn't read Helder Taylor, Sunil Narayan or Varun Chakravarti. He was outstanding, and even the stumping of Robin Uthappa, that was brilliant. Pick up and hit. No wasting time there whatsoever. And even Ambati Raidu, I have to talk about that. He struggled a bit. He got a 6, and then Jadeja came in, and Jadeja, he looked all over the place. His timing was absent. Even his running between the wickets, one of his strongest points, he was missing today. He ran out Ambati Raidu. I don't know what the hell he was doing. He nearly ran out Shivam Dube as well. But I think it's just the first game of captaincy nervousness because he looked all over the place today. And you look at that score at the end, and 26 of 28 balls doesn't make a good reading. And that last ball 6 actually got him to that. Else he wouldn't have even had that strike rate. And in came Dhoni and Shivam Dube. He also hardly got going. He got some nice shots playing it down to third man, but he couldn't pick the bouncer of Andre Russell, and he was out too. And MS Dhoni came in, and we were very much struggling. Our run rate hadn't even crossed 5. KKR were all over us. MS Dhoni took his time. Both of them played out the spinners. Both of them played out Varun Chakravarti and Sunil Narine. Somehow, um, I won't even say played out. We kind of just stayed in because at times both of them hardly couldn't. Both of them couldn't read head or tail of what Narayan and or Varun Chakravarti were bowling. They were up. Both of them were absolutely superb, and Dhoni kind of just stayed at till the end. And the last 3 overs, we were thinking, okay, how much are we gonna get? Because we were not even at say 80 and at 17 overs, if I'm not mistaken. We were 80 around something, and I was thinking, okay, maybe if we get to 110, 120, it would be from the situation we were, it would seem okay. But the way MS Dhoni does what MS Dhoni does, taking the game to the last. I mean, he took Andre Russell to the cleaners, and even in the over of Shimam Mavi, we had a wonderful boundary and the no ball 6 on the free hit. He just couldn't make a perfect connection. But the way he finished it, you look at the way he has ended it, 50 of 38 balls. You cannot really ask for more than that from a finisher. And massive big up to MS Dhoni for that innings. I think that without the weight of captaincy, I think he'll play more freely this season. But it remains to be seen whether he can continue this form or not. Because in T20, you don't really see many players carry out form throughout the whole season. You might have 1 or 2 bad games in the middle. You might start slow. You'll do 3-4 games in the middle. And everyone has to contribute. And I think MS Dhoni in this game has shown that he can still do it. It's not the big vintage Dhoni as per se. It was vintage Dhoni finishing, but it wasn't vintage Dhoni knock as per se. Just don't look at the end result and say 50 of 38 balls and say, yes, it was vintage Dhoni. At one point, he didn't even have 50 strike rate. And I know a lot of fans are going to say, oh, but MS Dhoni scored this. It's vintage Tala's back. Who cares? We lost. At the end of the day, we lost. I have to put that into perspective as well. And we did end it on 132, 131 for 5. And that was not going to be enough. You look at those bowlers. Umesh Yadav was outstanding. Shivam Mavi, only his last over went for runs. But other than that, he was good. Varun Chakravarti, Sunil Narine. Look at Sunil Narine's figures. 4 overs, none for 15. That is just himself in a pitch where your fast bowlers have done the job. And then you've been brought on to restrict the scoring and if possible take wickets. He did an absolutely fantastic job. Dhoni could not read head or tail of Narine or Chakravarti. So could most of the bowlers. And then we see Andre Russell 4 overs go for 38. He did get the wicket, but he did go for runs in his last few overs. And then you're thinking, look at that, no, not really much of partnerships. Apart from the last one, 70-run partnership at the end. At the last. But apart from that, there are no really good partnerships that you can actually talk of. And in contrast, KKR actually started well and they had good partnerships going on. Why is the scorecard not loading? Yes, it is here. You look at the start they had. I think Rahane and Wankhede Stadium. We were thinking Wankhede Stadium is gonna hit the accelerate button, but it was Rahane who made the early inroads. I like the way Rahane played today. I mean, he did play out a few dot balls, but for every 2 or 3 dot balls, he compensated that with a 4 or a 6. I remember he did that earlier to Adam Milne and Tushar Deshpande. He played out like 2 or 3 dot balls, but next ball, the bowler tried to, I think, overcook his length. He got it a bit fuller, and Rahane made the most use of it. And that's how he played. Wankhede didn't get going much. Nitish Rana came in and played a very good knock. And by the time both of them got out, it was pretty much game over. It was much down to run a ball. And I'm not sure if any bowler can actually take say I had a good game. I mean, Tushar Deshpande, not bad. Adam Milne wasn't bad, to be fair. The standout bowler was Dwayne Bravo, 4 overs, 3 for 20. It puts him on equal number of wickets of all time with Lasin Balinga, 170 wickets. What a champion, what a bowler he has been. But apart from that, you can't really say anything. Shivam Dubey went for runs. There was one bias that went off MS Dhoni. I don't know how that went through. But it's just Murphy's Law saying if anything can go wrong, and it could go wrong. And Jadeja came in. He was okay. He was not great, but he wasn't bad. Sandner did get a wicket. He got the wicket of Rahane. But there are a lot of things to ponder. And at least in a batting perspective, I know we have Moeen Ali coming back, but sometimes we need to have enough backups to say to cover up for in case first team players aren't there. Would Deepak Chahar have made an impact today? I think he would have, because there was early swing for Umesh Yadav. I think he might have got some swing as well, because there was some cutting of grass at the start of the game. And I think Shreyas Iyer, he won a very good toss at the start, and he put CSK into bat, and they made use of the early swing. And I genuinely thought that maybe only around April, so second week, the dew will start to come in. But there was dew already in the second innings, which makes us to think, okay, will it be the same template for night games? Win the toss, bowl first, and then chase 150 or 160 down, like it pretty much was in the IPL last year at the UAE leg, and even in the World T20, where you win the toss, bowl first, and then you win the game. It remains to be seen. Of course, CSK play Lucknow Super Giants on the 31st. Make sure to catch my match review for that. I'm not sure if I'll do a preview for that, depending on my work timings and all. Hopefully, I can get to do that one. But yeah, just looking forward to the next game, and hope we can put a better account of themselves. Hope Moeen Ali can come back. I think he will definitely play, but it remains to be seen who will make way. Will it be Devan Conway making way for Moeen Ali, and then Ruthapa playing top with Rutraj Gaikwad? Or will Sadhana make way for Moeen Ali? And will they stick with the opening combination of Devan Conway and Rutraj Gaikwad? Because CSK have a habit of persisting with players who they think they're good, give them a good 4 or 5 round of games. And I think that actually makes sense, because if you bench a player because of one bad performance, that's not only gonna not only a chopping, changing with the formation, but you're also hitting the player's confidence hard. And he'll be thinking, oh my God, I've just played one bad game. Yes, I did have a bad game, but I want to prove myself better in the next game. If I'm dropped, my confidence will be shattered. And we have to see what happens there, because Moeen Ali and Deepak Chahar, they will definitely walk into this team. It only remains to be seen in place of who. And yeah, obviously there are no other football games. Obviously international football is going on. Could care less, to be fair. And yeah, just hope that we can pick up ourselves and go forward to the game on 31st. And hopefully we can get our first win of the season against Lucknow Super Giants, against the new team. That's about it for this review. If you're new to this channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to get notifications whenever I upload videos like this or go live. And keep saying at the end of every single video, stay safe and wash them hands. Thank you, everyone. See you soon.